This is Liquor and Wolves. Liquor and Wolves. Secrets and dope and music and reactions. Liquor and Wolves. I said liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Liquor and wolves. Secrets and dope and a German talking bullshit. Liquor and wolves. Fuck. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world. How are we doing tonight? This is Liquor and Woes. I'm Rob, and you guys are the coolest ever for being here. Thank you very much. So yesterday, it was yesterday, I did my first Ren reaction. It was to the song Hi Ren, which was just immaculate in terms of innovation in the approach of a very classic motive, which is my inner demons are having a battle inside of me. One of the oldest motives there is, really, but so brilliantly executed and so very nicely done, craft-wise, dude in the acoustic guitar, just him having this back and forth, or showing us the back and forth that's happening inside of him. A whole lot of substance to it, a whole lot of great bars and rhymes too, and a lot of outtake from it. And I totally enjoyed doing that, and the response to that video was overwhelming, and many folk have told me to go ahead and do more Ren, which will happen. And the suggestion with, by far, the most thumbs up was The Tale of Jenny and Screech, which I'm not sure what to make of. Screech? Doesn't it sound like vagabond name, right? Like somebody that's, oh brother, where art thou, right? Someone... But we have no clue. I again see in the thumbnail that we're going to get him and his acoustic guitar one more time. And that's going to happen, kids. We're going to be doing that. But not before we do a sip. That's what always happens here first on this channel. And what's that going to be? I have just done a Harry Mack video because it's Friday and he always drops on a Friday. So that's why this is already cracked. One of my good friends, Anu, she sent it, but she did bring it back personally from Amsterdam, Holland. A Dutch vodka distilled from tulips. And it is super tasty. I'm not going to go through the whole individual tasting routine because it's been done in the video before this. Omegle Bars 82. Check that out if you're interested deeply in the vodka itself. What I'm going to make with it, though, is what I call, and I guess when you come up with drinks, you get to name them, right? It's like that in skateboarding anyway. And I'm going to call it a Voozie, because it's going to be your vodka. And then when I was out 2 hours ago, I went to a Thai place and got me a mango Lassie, which is basically a smoothie of whichever fruit, in this case mango, and they stir it up with yogurt. And it makes it super fresh, super nice. And what just very few people know is the fact that it makes for great mixers. Check out how sexy that is. I'm going to give it a little stir here. You flock of seagulls. I'm fucking my shit up. It doesn't matter. Holy fuck. Oh, well. Come on. If you're going to pour, there's going to be spillage, right? So just deal with it. Speaking of deal with it, we are going to deal with this video of Rens now. But first, here's to y'all. Cheers, guys. So I call it a Voozie. It's a vodka with a smoothie, or a Lassie, mango Lassie in this case. Cheers. Oh, yeah. And that will be accompanied by a beer if I feel like it later. So, without any further, I'm going to have this handy, because I'm sure it will be useful. Without any further ado, let's get into Ren, the Tale of Jenny and Screech. I'm going to, as always, let it ring for a bit to check the levels and then go full screen with y'all. Let's roll. Again, we get a live session recording of what happened here on the spot for the audio track of the video. And I loved how he approaches this classical. I did put the guitar back there because just if I catch a vibe and might want to, play along a little bit. It is this classical A minor finger picking all around the sad chords. I love it. He's sort of emulating, sort of Beardy Man style, the mariachi trumpets that could be under this track. Are you hearing them in your head as well? I love it. It's not like the opera vocal display that he did in High Ren. Here, I think this is trying to emulate an instrument, meaning horns or trumpet. This is getting me in the mood, I'm sorry. Have to try it. I'm going to have to try and fuck around with that a little bit. Yeah, that's what he's on. I'm sorry, sometimes it gets itchy, and then I just have to do that.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
I love it. I love the way that he comes into this singing, because dude can sing. We only got I think 4 bars/lines of him in singing voice during the High Ren. But he went into this beautiful thing of, and it's na 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 na. I fucking love that melody that he was in, and here we get his he displays the fact that he can sing too. This is no comparison, please, by no means. Street musician and dudes who actually have a voice, and you're like, what? Ed Sheeran, of course, comes to mind. He's nowhere like him. Completely different ballpark, but it's the same sport, right?
Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys.
He's 14-year-old, smoked out of his brain. He's been doing the ganja with the boys. It's a very, what is it? Is it cabaret that I'm thinking of? This storytelling, lyrical flow of voice, singing yet still is sort of. Do you get where, are you following me where I'm going when I say cabaret a little bit? And I love it. I love the fact that he is aware of his surroundings too. He's not staring this into the camera, locked on us visually with his eyes. I saw him earlier. He was like, because I'm thinking that's something from his past, because I did get a comment of somebody who elaborated a little bit that he was a street musician, that he was actually out on the dock. That's something we say for on Platte, homeless. And I guess that is something you have to do on a regular, right? Look over your shoulder. And I seen him do it. I love what he does. I love it.
He was 14 years old and out of his brain he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old the devil had set his sights on his soul.
The devil had set his sights on his soul. This is 14-year-old James we're talking about, right? Does James at one point turn into Screech? Because we heard of Jenny as well, who was walking this floor that she's walked a million times before. I'm guessing he's telling us the story of the two of them. And I'm hoping or guessing that James is at one point going to turn into Screech, right? Or are we going to learn about Screech too? I'm going back some, guys. I'm sorry.
Years old and out of his brain he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared.
Is it divine intervention already when it's just giving you a thought of watch out, or like focusing your attention on watch out, dangerous situation, something could happen? Or is divine intervention only in the second where something does happen and you like the intervention is you get to dodge the bullet miraculously? I'm not sure. It's a question of definition of the term divine intervention. But focusing your awareness to the fact that something is up, of course, yeah, planting that seed in your head is already an intervention because it wasn't there before. Without it, there would not be the thought of, ooh, I might want to watch out. I dig the idea. Something bad's going to happen to her, right? Let's hope not.
Home all alone, she felt scared.
Oh, do you see this down here where we get the progress bar? We get chapters. Jenny, Screech.Violet. I hope I'm not, spoiling this for myself, but that's interesting to get that in the original artist's video. To put chapters. Super interesting. So we're on Jenny. And James might just be a side character.
Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance with the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. A poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Oh. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite.
Show of hands in the comments who, out of the females, who has this happened to? It's a bitch when that happens, right? It's a bitch when it happens to a dude as well, but still. Put all those muggers in one fat sack and beat it with a damn bat, and you'll always hit the right one.
I feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy called Screech. Reach with the
The last thing you'll see will be a boy called Screech, and this is this overhang intonement and, getting the sentence finished after the beat's through with, right? Overhang. I love it. Oh, fuck. He's doing a lot, right? So this is threatening. I'll cut the rosé. I'm guessing like the blemish that she's got on. Or the rouge or whatever. I'll slice it off your face. The last thing you'll see is Screech then does this and this and this. Brilliantly told.
Games with me, I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy called Screech. Reach with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
Ooh. The statue in high heels that he's described before, she's turned into butter. Is she sinking down to the floor?
Still and sliced concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep.
Huh? Jenny was victimized of, like, she is, we now know, she was mugged. She slumped to the floor, couldn't hold her posture, or is she injured? And now we're getting over to Jenny has found a place to sleep in the street. Was that mugging like the kickoff to Jenny's sad story of how she then became bad Jenny and ended up in the streets? Huh?
Still on the cold concrete, she's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Ooh, nice. We're hearing that again.
I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Wow. Tremolo. It's a physical chapter, and it ends there. We get a fade to black, and I'll be back in This is my fucking eye-hand coordination. I will say 1 and do this. I will say 3 and do this for some fucked up reason. I want to say 1, 2, 3. So please, thumb, be the only thing that goes up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, man. The fucking lights. I had to lose the hat. All these lights that are on in here, it'll like turn into a toaster oven. And I had to open the window a little bit here too. So yes, we get an actual visual end point to chapter Jenny. We're now in chapter Screech. Super, super great concept. Again, like this is beyond music video, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get into Screech and listen to his story. What he just did there, the shaking of the guitar, the whole is of course emulating a tremolo bar, which sits down here and, you know, bends the strings back and forth. If you don't have that on an acoustic guitar, you can either bend the fretboard or just shake the guitar a little bit to achieve that lingering. Interesting. Let's go, Ren. Is he in different clothes? Kids or parents that are watching this, please send your kids to guitar lesson if they have any sort of creative vein in their body. Don't force them, but if they are seeking some sort of creative outlet, please have them learn a musical instrument. Please. It will do everybody involved good, including you. AC/DC intro, kind of. Thunderstruck. A Samuel and Ren video. Was there another super before this? Ren? Why are we getting captions now? Screech's tale.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben.
She clocked out. I'm still not sure. Was she injured? Did James really slash her? Is she dead now? She found a place to sleep in terms of die? She clocked out?
Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. This Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted in into the black night just like snow.
And Screech melted into the black night just like snow. So I'm guessing she knows perpetrator as James, but James is really Screech. I'm reaching up because that doesn't make any sense to me yet.
Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more.
And rather than just state it blankly, be like, yes, Screech murdered that that poor girl. He's gonna tell it in a way more intense and gripping way for us as the viewer and consumer of the story. He's gonna have him knock at a friend's door and be like, dude, I fucked up, shit, dude, let me in, god fucking damn it, man, I didn't mean to, but I think I fucked up big ass time, help me. I slashed this girl and I think I killed her. I think she's laying there bleeding to death. Ooh.
But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54.
Okay.
No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
What now? Oh, he's grabbing his phone. And he's excited. Adrenaline rush. We hear it.
Hey, babe, you in? Now, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
Screech is mad, and he's like, he's in the red, right? He is about to blow. He doesn't know where to turn. Patrick ain't home. So we're gonna get him in this regular voice, trying to suppress all the shit that's going on right now, and to suppress all the endorphins and the adrenaline in him. Hey babe, can I just chill at yours for a while? I missed you, man. Can I come around? Are we cool? Is it good? And she's apparently busy, and he's like, what in the fuck do you mean you're busy? Of course she can't know. But that's the logic reaction of somebody who who is in the situation that Screech is in. And yes, Screech is James. Nowhere to go.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech!
Holy fuck. It's like no way out. You're put in this dead end. And like an animal, right? If you're gonna put it in the corner and still continue to move in on it, the predator animal is at one point gonna this switch is gonna flip from scared and holy fuck I fucked up to fuck it, what do I gotta lose? Let's go. You or me. And he's facing those blue lights, as in cops. And he's ready to get in. And he's like, do you think you own these streets? These are my streets. My name is Screech. And it's like this total over self, this overly, what's the fucking word? This is beyond, rational thinking. Do I stand a chance? Me against, let's say, the entire police force of City XY. Of course, the odds are not only stacked against you, they go close to zero. But that's not something that will logically be processed in a mind that is experiencing what Screech is experiencing right now, right? That switch just flipped to fuck it. Standoff. Showdown. Let's go. Oh man, it's gripping me. I'm in it 100% for sure.
Richard was an officer who stood at 6 foot, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Yes, Richard, you 6'3". I'm not implying generally bad cop. But yes, Richard, you're gonna have to face a decision and make it. What do? There's this guy of whom we know he's ready to go anywhere. He is not gonna go down without a fight. And he's probably not gonna go down, period. He is probably all on the route of police suicide. That used to be a term for, I'm gonna make them kill me rather than put a bullet in my own head. And Richard does go for the decision of, I'm going to put 4 bullets in his chest. 4 is the next thing that could be a subject of discussion. Why 4? Couldn't you just hit him once in the knee or in in the thigh or whatever and make him, unable to move and cause more harm? Yeah, he's still got a blade, but he doesn't have a firearm, right? But Richard doesn't know this. And I'm pretty sure Richard is not thinking dude may have a bomb strapped to his body, which is why we're going to have to actually leave him lifeless and fast. I'm not going to get into that discussion. Give us the 4 shots. 3, 4. The camera is on the ground now. So we were now in Screech's POV, right? And Ren was giving us the Richard that shot him. On his knees. And laying all the way down.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame.
It sure is.
It's such a shame.
Love that when he does that. And then an open H7, I think, B7, which is always this isn't the end. This is where the Screech chapter ends. Now is something... All right, we're a little more than halfway through, and this is where the chapter Violet starts. I do hear a beep beep of one of those life-sustaining machines in the hospital. But holy... What I've seen up to here, these 720 minutes, deserve all kinds of horns. For the content of what we are being told. This is what happens out there on a damn daily, right? Sadly. But yes, it does happen. Then the way he lets us in on each of these characters and their perception of reality that is taking place right now. Without judgment. There's no judgment in what he's doing. He is just depicting what's happening. He's hopping into the mindsets of the involved. But he's never going to say, that dumbass Richard shot him 4 times. Or he's never saying, why did Screech have to go and mug the lady in the first damn place? We're not judging, we are observing. And we are sort of, us as consumers, we are not innocent bystanders because we get pulled into this, right? We get to hop into some of the protagonists. And that's brilliant. That's brilliant because he puts us through all these... He forces us to make up our minds on, hey, what would I have done? Who is in the right and who is in the wrong? What is there to be done about this? All these questions that, it leaves you with. Maybe some of them will be answered because we still have a lot left. But I'm keen to learn, is Violet maybe a nurse? Do both of them maybe come back to life and meet? Ooh, that'd be interesting. Full circle, right? With Ren in a hospital gown. By the way, it's getting too cold now. Let me go and close those windows. I'll be back in 1, 2, 3, and we're back. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, full circle. He's back in a hospital gown. We don't get the slaughterhouse dude with the pig's mask that wheels him in. But of course we recognize the visual. Wonder, is this before or after? So this was 5 months ago. And the higher end bit is only 4 weeks old. So it could be that higher end sort of is not the next chapter, of course, because we don't get any storytelling anymore. But it could be from the same world. Let's start again. Violet's Tale. Baroque. This sounds like it could be played at like a king's court, right? By the way, that is something that is now coming to me. That is an image that is very, very, very fitting with what I am seeing. Remember, I don't know the English word for it. Minnesänger. I'm going to have to Google that. I'll wait. Swedish? No. Minnesänger. Fuck you. Yeah. Minstrel. What I'm trying to get at and what the picture I'm trying to paint is, you know, the dudes in the funny clown's hats that have like 4 or 5 sideshow bob-ish little thingies with bells on the end. And they would be at the king's court with a harp or whatever instrument, and their job is to sort of be the news anchor. Like, this is what's happening in the lands, and they would put it in the form of entertaining songs and dance. And this is kind of how he is reporting of this a little bit. And I also get the music. That's what put me onto this. You could kind of paint that picture, couldn't you? That look of his as he's scanning his surroundings, looking completely confused. Where the fuck am I? Intense.
London City, far from pretty, 2005, a lady down in Paddington.
2005? What does that mean? Is that a postal code or like a police code, or is this the year?
Pretty, 2005, a lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive.
2005 could be 2005, so 8:05 in the PM. A lady is in Paddington Station, somewhere close to Paddington Station, fighting for her life. I'm thinking this is Jenny. Is this police radio or medical 911 sort of?
Lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Okay, we have to rewind the hands of the watch to be able to tell Violet's tale. I'm listening, Ren.
We must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Rewind. Dream sequence. Violet, go. Love it. Ska-ish a little bit. Offbeat.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard.
Are we hearing, of course we're all hearing it, but are we acknowledging the fact how the room audio changes? Of course, he has a clip mic that he sings into, but we're going to capture the room of it as well, right? So this hallway with no sound padding is of course going to be audible. I love it. This is filmmaking brilliance again.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick.
Do you see the markings on the floor? By the way, I just now, because yes, I have them underneath my shit too. So it's it marks positions. And that's something that's being done in film production, of course, because we want to remember where person XY was last and where they should be for the next frame. And I'm guessing that's something that was intended for us to see. That Ren is supposed to be in that square there to do this bit of where we're at in the song. I wonder why it's so in your face, though. I mean, this isn't, precise on the millimeter. This is where you have to be. We could have just said, stay in this corner until the cameras move back far enough. But they want us to see the marking for whichever reason. Let's go back some.
Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick.
Okay, Violet's story. We do go way back, right? No, we don't know how old she is now, but we get to learn about her story from when she was 16. She moved out of a dysfunctional family home into a semi-detached flat that's paid for by welfare. She's stacking shelves at Costco. So she's on the grind, right? Let's learn more about her.
Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and
So Stevie's an asshole. He talks a lot but never leaves the house and leaves her black and blue. This justified black eye phenomenon. And I hope Violet isn't one to do that, to justify the shit that she has to endure with this asshole guy back at the flat. Let's hear more about her.
history repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance.
Are we raising our view up to the skies in terms of help from God?
She never stood a chance.
I love it when he sings.
The devil comes to dance.
To dance. Does this tie in with the dancing motive that we were schooled on and taught about in higher end?
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent.
She jetzt.
That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot.
Uh.
Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say
I have a hard time enduring shit like this, man. I appreciate what he's showing us, but I hate what he's picturing, right? I said this in our NF. It's very, very close to this. I appreciate where, like, how he is involving me and how he is taking me into what he's saying, but the actual content of what I'm being shown is fucking nasty and disgusting and just vile and fuckers like Steve. Oh, fucking shit, man. They should, like, no trial, straight to execution. They should just be buried underneath the prison. Yeah, I said it.
Do you think I want to do this, Violet?
Fuck yeah, you do, asshole.
She stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet.
Silence. Doves.
Wait. Say something, Violet.
Oh.
Not one word. She stays quiet.
Violet's dead too.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington.
We're back at in the present.
Is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins, lying side by side.
Violet somehow made it to the hospital after the attack. She's begging the surgeon to save her kid's life. Even if she doesn't make it, her lights go out, her curtain falls. And then he comes in with two twins lying side by side. Is Violet Jenny's twin sister? Or Screech's twin sister? Holy fucking shit.
005, a lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins, lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
They are twins. Good Lord. Yes, we're liking it. But what? Has there never been 3 people that this whole thing is about? Are Violet and Jenny one and the same? No, but because then we would have heard from Screech that he killed a pregnant girl or that he mugged a pregnant girl. So Violet and Jenny are not one and the same. And now at the end, Ren reveals Jenny and Screech. And he says that right after he said 2 twins lying side by side. And what about Violet? She didn't make it either. I'm confused. This is the first time hearing, and I'm thinking this would need a second time go through. Am I tripping, or is this not about 3 deceased? One being Jenny, who was killed by Screech. Screech, who was killed by police. And Violet, who gets beaten to death but still gets to birth her child. And that story we turned back the hands of time for. Is the baby, or was she pregnant with twins? Is Violet Screech's and Jenny's mom? And we just never learned that it was twins that were able to be saved, and then they start into lives that are take completely different ways, foster care system and all that shit. That could be it. That could be it. Yes, there is 3 people that are dying, but on on different spots of the timeline. This is Violet before the birth of twin. No, I'm thinking before the birth of at least one kid. I'm thinking twins, and here in the present is where Jenny and Screech die. And they are twins. So yes, they are probably Violet's twins. God damn, Ren. Holy moly. I may be the only reactor on YouTube that doesn't get it and is completely off track and is just so far-fetched with it that everybody that watches this be like, dude, hear it again. And then we'll come back. But I'm thinking that's what this whole thing turns out into, isn't it? Good Lord. Great storytelling. Great format in this video. Again, you going into perspectives, letting us in, giving us POVs of certain characters at certain times. Amazing. And it's not supposed to be easy on you. If I wanted it, if he wants it to be easy on you, he gives you this little instruction how to with IKEA icons that assemble a fucking cupboard. This is how to interpret my video. Here's your guideline, and this is what I'm trying to say, and here's what you should take out of it. No, he wants us to interact with it thoughtfully and give it time and let it circulate through our mental drawers of, okay, this is what this could be. And I love it when art does that. That's what art is supposed to do, and he achieves that to the max. So all hats off again to this kind sir here named Ren. And all hats off to you guys as well, because on my first Ren video, you were just flooding me with kindness and willing to compliment, also, giving constructive criticism and feedback, which is always appreciated. 90% of when that comes is, dude, you're pausing at every half sentence, which is facts. I tend to treat my shit sort of podcasty. I don't have in mind I want to stop as much as possible. It just happens and it comes naturally, and I don't want to force myself to quit it because then it wouldn't be natural anymore. You see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? So if it's too much for you, I get it, and I'm totally fine with you deciding, oh, that dude's just taking it too far. Let's watch someone else react to this, and that's completely fine. But the ones that are interacting and saying, I dig how deep you go with your analysis, and I enjoy following your trains of thought, then I would say this one is one for you. So are all my videos, and let's continue to be this interactive with one another and just keep each other posted and be as kind and cool to one another as we have been. With that said, if you want to do me a favor, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, do the bell thing. You do anything that does this fascist algorithm any good for the sake of real content on this platform. With that being said, I would love to wish you guys a great evening. It's Friday. Go and have yourself a great one, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.